I love you. She said it on the first night. And somehow, he believed her. Not because he was stupid. Not because he was desperate. But because, in that moment, it felt real. Jason Miller was 42. From Leeds. Divorced. No kids. And, if he was honest with himself, a little lonely. Not the obvious kind of lonely. He had friends. A decent job. A routine. But the quiet kind. The kind that hits you on a Sunday evening. When there's no one to text. So when he booked a 2-week trip to Thailand, he told everyone the same thing. Just a holiday. Bit of sun. Bit of fun. Nothing serious. His first night in Pattaya started exactly how you'd expect. Bright lights. Loud music. Too many choices. Too many people. Jason stood outside a bar for a moment, pretending to check his phone. When really, he just didn't know how to walk in alone. Without looking like a complete idiot. First time. He looked up. She was smiling at him. Not a big dramatic smile. Just easy. Natural. My name is Lynn, she said. Jason nodded. 5 minutes later, they were sitting together. 10 minutes later, they were laughing. And 20 minutes later? Jason had completely forgotten he was nervous. She was quick. Funny. Slightly sarcastic. At one point, she looked at him and said, "You think too much." Jason laughed. "Yeah. I get that a lot." Drinks turned into more drinks. Conversation turned into stories. He told her about his divorce. She listened, not just waiting for her turn to speak. And that caught him off guard. At one point, she leaned closer and said softly, "You're different." Jason had heard that before. Usually, it meant nothing. But the way she said it felt like it meant something. Around midnight, things slowed down. The music faded into the background. The crowd thinned. And that's when she said it. "I love you." Just like that. No build-up. No hesitation. Jason blinked. He actually laughed at first. Not in a rude way, just surprised. "You don't even know me," he said. She smiled. "I know enough." Now here's the thing. A small voice in his head said, "This is too fast." But a louder voice said, "Just enjoy it." And guess which one he listened to? That night, they stayed together. And for the first time in a long time, Jason didn't feel alone. The next morning, she messaged him. "Good morning." It made him smile more than it should have. They spent the next few days together. Breakfast. Walks. Late-night talks. She remembered small things he said. His favorite food. His bad knee. Even the name of his dog back home. And that felt real. On day 3, she said it again. "I love you." This time, he didn't laugh. By day 5, Jason was already thinking ahead. Maybe she could visit him. Maybe this could be something. Crazy? Maybe. But it didn't feel crazy at the time. Then, small cracks started to show. Nothing dramatic. Just things. She mentioned her sister needed money. Just briefly. Jason nodded. He didn't react. Later that night, she brought it up again. More serious this time. "I don't know what to do," she said. Jason felt that familiar pull. The one that says, "You should help." But he hesitated. I don't usually ask, she added quickly. And that line? That line did most of the work. The amount wasn't huge. Not life-changing. Just enough to feel reasonable. So he sent it. She hugged him tightly. You're a good man. And just like that, the line moved. What was once unthinkable was now normal. A few days later, another problem. Then another. Each time, the story made sense. Each time, the timing felt urgent. And each time, Jason told himself the same thing. It's just temporary. But something else was changing. Messages became slightly shorter. Replies took a bit longer. Nothing obvious. Just enough to notice. If you were looking. Jason wasn't looking. Because he didn't want to find anything. By the end of the trip, he had sent more than he planned. But emotionally, he was already invested. At the airport, she hugged him tightly. I wait for you, she said. Back home, things continued. Messages every day. Calls. Photos. For a while. It felt like a real relationship. Then, slowly. It didn't. Replies became delayed. Calls became rare. Excuses became frequent. Until one day. Nothing. No reply. No message. No explanation. Jason stared at his phone. Refreshing. Waiting. Replaying everything. The laughs. The conversations. Those 3 words. I love you. Had she meant it? Even a little? Or was it just part of the script? Here's the uncomfortable truth. It's not always black and white. Sometimes, there's just enough real emotion to make it believable. Jason didn't just lose money. He lost something harder to explain. The feeling that for a few days, he mattered to someone. And that's why stories like this happen. Not because people are foolish, but because, for a moment, it feels real. So let me ask you, have you seen something like this? Would you have done the same? Red flag or real love?